Welcome to Pans Lake in Hertfordshire. At £24, really happy with this one. Throughout this video, so we'll be showing you all the tactics that we're using to catch stunning carp like this. Some of you may have never heard of this complex before. It's quite new in terms of sort of opening up commercially to fishing. It's available to book on the Swim Booker app, and yeah, it's available as a lake exclusive, and you can also book it as a sort of 48-hour and a 24-hour session as well. The actual stock of the lake is quite small, so you've got 40 carp in here, 20 originals, 20 sort of newer fish, and it's around about 4 acres in size, but it's an absolutely stunning lake. Yeah, fully tree lined, really mature. Yeah, it sort of reminds me of a lake when I first started fishing many years ago, sort of that park lake, little estate lakes, you know, those sort of where you can pick up tickets or on like club tickets and things like that. Yeah, really mature lake. The bottom, there's hardly any weed in there at all. There's loads of little gravel bars, loads of variety of depths, so there's plenty of things to obviously go at. Yeah, in terms of sort of where I'm fishing at the moment, so along the bank where the car park is, there's 3 swims and I'm in the middle peg. There is a big plateau that you can see sort of from Google Earth, and I'm fishing just in front of that. So on top of that plateau, you're looking around about 1.5 foot. So I've just come off that, and I'm right at the bottom of the ledge, which is 9 foot. The plan for today, I'm probably just going to reel in for the day now. The sun's up, there's no way that I'm going to get a run on those 2 spots. So we're going to get breakfast on, so yeah, we'll quickly get some breakfast and then we'll go and get a little bit of stalking done. Yeah, really looking forward to it.
After a quick walk around the lake, it was easy enough to find them, and they were underneath an overhanging canopy. However, catching them was another thing entirely. After a couple of hours of trying, but to no avail, went round to my original swim, and it wasn't long until I'd landed my next fish.
Guessing this one's an original, typical sort of your park lake, that sort of cricket back common strain. So yeah, going really well, and still got a couple of more days left.
Well, good morning. Get this one in, it's fish number 3. She's in.
Well, another stunner from Pans Hanger. Yeah, and this one, as you can see, has got quite a few spawning marks on it, so obviously we'll treat it before slipping it back. All of these fish are coming from the same spot, and they're actually coming from the edge of the baited area. So I've got 2 rods on a baited area and 1 sort of on the edge, and all of them are coming from that. So what I'm probably going to do is move the right hand rod. That now will become the left hand rod, and hopefully we can pick up obviously a couple more. Yeah, going really well. Absolutely stunning fish in here.
She's in.
Well, probably the nicest looking one of the session so far. Absolutely stunning zip linear. Pretty certain this is one of the fish that Ben from Trakker had when Gaz Hood was here filming sort of the new terminal tackle and stuff. All of these are coming to the Ronnie rig. So yeah, what we'll do is I'll quickly show you the rig. Obviously we did the masterclass yeah, a couple of weeks ago. So I'll quickly show you the rig because there is subtle changes that I've made because I am using a helicopter setup.
Now, with Chris Curry only just taking over the lake when I started fishing this venue, the rules for the lake hadn't yet been established. So as always, before you visit the venue, check the rules with regards to what rigs you're allowed to use.
If you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll know that I pretty much use one rig all the time, and that's some form of variation of the Ronnie rig, and yeah, this session's no different at all. The only difference this time is that I'm using it on a helicopter system, and I didn't actually show this version of the rig during the Ronnie rig masterclass down at the Woolpack, so I'll show it today. We'll start with the leader material. So I'm using a leadless leader material there, and yeah, that just means obviously that everything's pinned down to that lake bed. I've then just got a little heli sleeve on there, which you've got your bead that pushes over that, so that obviously if you get cut off, that rig can come straight off. In terms of the actual size of lead, I'm just using a 2 ounce square lead there. I don't like using really heavy leads, particularly when I'm not using a drop-off system. So yeah, just a 2 ounce lead. I'm using a stiff coated mono filament there, and I've just crimped that. So 2 crimps, one to a size 11 ring swivel there. And then with the size 11 ring swivel, I've just cut off the actual ring section of it, just so it sits a little bit lower to that lake bed. And then hook wise, it is a size 4 wide gape. Not the X version, just the standard version of that. Again, I do like to shrink tube most of the time. So yeah, 2mm shrink tube over that sort of hook section of that swivel. And then yeah, hook bait wise, I'm using a yeah, fluoro pink peril hook bait. So that's the actual rig that I'm using during the session. So yeah, if you are coming down to Pans Lake, feel free to give that little setup a go. Yeah, I'm pretty certain we saw this one on the drone yesterday. Just trying to get obviously a bit of footage of the lake. This one I'm pretty certain has been stocked, you know, probably by a local in the past. It's obviously grown on. Absolutely love a ghosty, so really happy, yeah, to get this one in the net.
Right, so I'm just about to bait up, so I'll quickly show you how I'm going about this. So first off with the actual mix, just being really quick. So it's just a mixture of boilies. So this is S7 and SLK. And all I've done with this, I've just soaked it sort of 48 hours before I got here. And that's soaked in just water, still water, and Calnus liquid and S7 hydro as well. And that's just gone ultra soft. Just breaks down great on the lake bed. And then the other thing that I'm using is just tiger nuts. So tiger nuts that have obviously been soaked in sugar, then boiled in that sugar as well. And I did those probably 2.5 weeks ago now. So they've had I soaked them for a week. And then after that, soaked them for a week in water. Then I boiled them for 45 minutes. And basically for 5 kilo of boilie, I'm putting in 250 grams of sugar per kilo of tiger nuts basically, and they go really nice and gloopy. And basically all I'm doing with that is just catapulting them out. So all I've done, I've just cast my marker rod onto my spot. I've just walked round to the other side of the lake where it's a little bit easier to get them out with the catapult. So I'm just going to catapult some out now.
A little bit darker than the others as well. I'm assuming this is probably one of the older fish or one of the original ones. Again, coming from the bottom of that plateau, just over boilie and a few tigers. Happy days. So, good morning. It's just getting light now, and I've literally just had one. Just as it was coming light. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get any footage of it. With this one, this is now my final morning. So, we'll get this fish out, and then obviously we'll be heading back on the road, the long journey back up north. Well, what a cracking way to end the time spent down here at Pans Lake. This one very almost a double zip linear. But all the fish have been absolutely stunning. So if you are thinking of booking down on here, go on to Swim Booker, where you'll find all the details with regards to how to book your session down here. I'll quickly show you the other side because it is a really nice fish. So as always, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe to the Trakker YouTube channel to keep updated with all the vlogs. See you on the bank sometime.